This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhoneAppReview.com. Today we're taking a look at a application we've already reviewed before, but they've come out with some recent updates and some notable improvements. We're going to go over some of that stuff, and we're just going to generally kind of show you how this monster works, including why you should grab it and should support this app as much as possible. This application is called MEG RVO, and to basically explain the concept, I will go kind of light on this stuff since we've already reviewed it once. I'm going to talk mostly about the updates. But you control these sort of tank-like objects, or excuse me, tank-like vehicles. They're called rigs, and you act as a remote vehicle operator, an RVO. So that's the RVO portion of the MEG. You also have a MEG, which is a I don't know how to describe it other than perhaps say a little robotic companion that does things for you, and that's how you interact with the world. So for instance, this is a, I guess I would say an RTS is the best way that I would describe this, but it's really sort of an action RTS. It's not just, it's not so much collecting resources and building buildings as it is managing the world in sort of a top-down way, developing your unit, and perfecting your certain play style. So a lot of RTS inspiration here, but not just a straight RTS. Of course, it's still in development, so lots of potential for future franchises, etc., etc. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and kind of show you how this works. So that's how you fire. Use two different dual joysticks to control this. Pretty basic kind of concept. Bridge terminal you can access using your MEG. So on that note, let's go ahead and we'll talk about some of the more interesting aspects of this. The game itself has been redeveloped quite a bit, or not redeveloped, but improved, which is sort of the concept behind MEG RVO. In general, the application is still under development, though it is out and you can grab it on the iTunes App Store right now. It is very much still an in-development game, and the entire purpose behind this is that the developers are pushing out new updates about every 2 to 4 weeks. And so far, since we did our last review, this has been absolutely true. They have actually been doing this, and they've been producing some really high-quality updates. So, for instance, you saw that bridge terminal. I can send out my MEG to actually interface with that, and then it will launch. It will actually extend a bridge. So that kind of interaction has been focused on a lot more since we last reviewed the game, and it adds a lot of depth to the title itself. It also adds a little bit more strategy. For instance, there are enemy objects that you can pick up that are actually explosives. So that is an aspect of it, as sort of a trick element. So a little bit more strategy involved there. Of course, new units, new turrets was something that was just recently introduced. So all of that, very important to keep in mind, and generally just pointing it out to say the game has been very well developed over the last couple of months alone, so we're expecting very, very high quality updates to continue after this review as the game itself approaches whatever they consider to be finished. At this point, I'd say it's a pretty finished game. It's very fun and it's very complex. As we mentioned, there's lots of different objectives, items, and upgrades that you can acquire. And of course the animations for this are great. On that note, there's some new stuff going on here. For instance, you've got a comm where Eric has just told me follow me. You've got other, well, for instance, you can tap these to actually say things. So follow, help, no, send, etc. Very basic, very touch-based, and it works really well on the iPad, which is a big deal. Let me get out of this and return to HQ, and I'll show you this. The HQ itself has not necessarily been totally retooled, but it has been streamlined quite a bit. So for instance, you've got these easy open tabs, lots of data here, stats if you're into this. You can view your stats here and view all of this. Ian, I recognize as a developer, has a lot of points. You can view your equipment, your campaigns, and then of course your dashboard. You do have to pay for this. It's $4.99 to gain the full HUD. But that money also directly goes towards its contribution basically to the development of the game itself, which is very handy. For the developers, that is, I guess it's a very good thing anyway. And it obviously shows that you are interested in the game, that you want them to continue to develop it. So we're not upset about that. That's a fair price to pay for the experience that you're going to get here. And beyond that, we really don't have too much to say. We enjoy the fact that the interface has been streamlined a lot, especially the login and register portion has been something that they've worked very hard to perfect, and we think it's just about there. Comm system is great. All of the new additions involved. As far as your MEG is concerned, we enjoy that a lot too. New levels, new missions, new objects. So basically, the game is just getting better. The price has gone up slightly, but it's very much worth it. And all in all, this is still probably our favorite iPad game ever, if we're going off of idealism alone, and/or the amount of fun that we have playing it, not to mention what we expect from it in the future. So all of that combined, we are of course going to give the application a 5 out of 5 from us here at the iPhoneAppReview.com, and we highly suggest that you go check it out now. Alright, that's all we have to say, so I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but we will see you guys later. Bye.